Hi, David Odell here with Odell Complete Concrete. We're in a backyard of a house here, and you can see they have a big slope up to the top of the hill. And what we're going to do is they have a little wood retaining up here at the top that completely collapsed over the years and rotted out. So you can see they have these stack stones here for the other retaining coming down the hill. So we're going to match it up, tear out that wood, and stack some blocks on top of each other. First we got to clear out all these bushes, and there's tons of them, pretty overgrown up here. Surprisingly too, because there's not a lot of water up here. Most of the water accumulates at the bottom of this particular hill. So all that wood that was set there, that was retaining, it was set with 4x4 posts and concrete every 12 feet, and then they just had some 2x6s stacked behind those, or attached to those 4x4s. It lasted probably 15 or 20 years, at best. So what we're gonna do is use some gray stackable retainers. A lot of times you can set these stackable retainers in a gravel bed, but I'm going to just use a concrete premix and set it in that, and then I'll add water after I get everything set, and that'll harden and attach to the wall. So here's the string line that we're going to use to actually set the retaining wall. We have Quick concrete here, and we used about 30 bags. What I wanted to do was get about 2 to 2.5 inch thick bed of concrete premix as my base for this retainer, and that's also dug in about a few inches, so we're gonna have about 4-inch embed plus the concrete mix itself. This particular hill is about a 20 feet, 25 feet rise here. So we got to carry, these are just the 12-inch by 4-inch. So they're lighter than getting the bigger ones, easier to carry up the hill. And they're also the same size of, you can see all the existing ones that someone had did. Probably a previous homeowner did this slowly but surely, little by little, and terraced this entire hill. And this was out here in Mission Viejo, California. Matter of fact, I was at Home Depot picking up these stones here, and one of the guys that actually watched me on YouTube recognized me at the Home Depot in Mission Viejo when I was picking these up. He happened to be a general contractor, and I ended up meeting him and looking at some work for him. So when we started stacking this retaining, you have to cut a half block every other course. That way you stay staggered all the way through. Now I'm just cutting these bags open. Actually, my son's setting this. I'm just bringing the blocks up. And we have a string line. What he's doing here is spreading out the premix, and it's a dry mix. That way it's easy to wiggle them around, set them, get them where you want them. And then later we'll come back, we'll start soaking behind the hill, and the concrete will get hard and attach. Now that space behind the retaining wall, these walls really don't work unless they have weight behind them. They're actually dependent upon weight behind them to make them structurally sound. So you have to backfill behind them. If you go up too high without anything behind them, it'll just tumble. It'll tumble backwards. So you have to backfill as you go up. You can go about four courses, 4-inch, before it'll fall over backwards. So you gotta put the gravel, dirt, something behind it to stabilize it as you go up. Now as we set these, you'll have to adjust them here and there. Put a little under, check it with your level, and bang them down. Now you don't have to use concrete mix underneath as your base, but it's better than gravel. Since we're at the top of the hill, we're not really concerned with water runoff, and we are in Southern California where it doesn't rain very often anyway. On the top of a hill scenario, you're not going to get a whole lot of water. You're just going to get what falls from the sky. You're not going to get runoff. So very minimal water up here. All the water is going to accumulate at the bottom of the hill, and that's where gravel, drainage, things like of that nature that you really have to be concerned with. Up here, all we're really concerned about is dirt, retaining dirt. Now right now I'm coming back behind my son Timothy, and I'm cleaning the block with the water hose and putting a lot of water behind the wall to make sure I get that premix well saturated, and I'm backfilling at the same time. Up here at the top of this hill, the only thing draining in the direction of that retainer is from that property line fence to the wall. So we got about a 2-foot area of drainage. But that's what it looks like when you're all said and done. And then we've matched the existing a couple years, and it should be faded out pretty nicely and look real similar to what's been going on through the rest of this hillside. Those top 2 courses, I actually used a I don't think I filmed that part, but I went and got some masonry caulking glue and squeezed it on. I removed the top 2 and glued them down, just in case someone was up there walking around. You don't want those to fall over. That's the idea of the glue. Thank you for watching. If you like these kind of videos, subscribe and hit the bell next to that, and you'll get the latest and greatest as I roll them out. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.